So, very good morning, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to AVI Voice interview program. And this week, I have an interesting topic for the discussion, and we will talk about the needs and limitation of artificial intelligence, the so-called AI, in the digital revolution. And for today episode, we have an honor to be joining us by Dr. Ricardo Corrado, who is an associate professor at the AUPP and a senior research fellow at the Asian Vision Institute. So, greeting, Dr. Ricardo, and welcome to AVI Voice interview program.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, and good morning to everyone.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for your kind present today. So, without further delay, let's start our discussion. So, artificial intelligence, that we usually call it AI in short, has been transforming various industry and aspect of modern life, and impact of AI is waste, and it has become an essential part of our everyday life. So before digging deep into our topic, could you briefly define the term artificial intelligence and digital revolution, please?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, we need always to consider AI. It's not something new. It has been here long enough now. But lately, mostly after the introduction of specifically of ChatGPT, everyone started to talk about it, like if it is something completely new. But it is not new, actually. It just emerged more, on the surface, and has been probably more democratized. So means that everyone, not just a scientist or professors or researcher or specific industries, have access to it. Now, everyone have access to it. So as long as you pretty much you have internet connection, that means people have discovered more AI. So just to give an understanding of AI, trying to be a little bit schematic, but also a bit general, because otherwise we go into very deep technicalities of it. You can we can make a classification. Classification always helps people, right, to understand, and helps also me to understand. So you have AI, which can be defined, classified, let's say, in some people call it strong AI and some people call it weak AI. Strong AI is something more related to what is called AGI, artificial general intelligence, and ASI, artificial super intelligence. To make it simple, AGI is more all those application of AI that allow machines to think like humans, to the level of humans, take actions like humans, think like humans, learn like humans. So we could think almost like a robot, right? A robot that can take place or replace somehow a human being, or a machine, a computer that can replicate how human behave, how human learn, how human thinks. The artificial superintelligence, ASI, instead is the step further, is more AI become better than human, become more intelligent than human, can do things better, can be like humans, but at the same time, through the power of AI, can be even more powerful. This is more theoretical than others, but doesn't mean that scientists are not working toward it. And probably, when you hear some specific people talking, oh, the machine will take over and, they will start to harm people, we need to think about that. They talk more about this aspect. So the ability of a machine to be like human, but being better. That is go under this category of strong AI, but I think that is more toward something for the later. I think what we need to think more and talk more is about what some people call weak AI, so the classic AI application that we see nowadays. Under that, so under this category, we can find the different application of AI, which is in general, is like the broad term. Then a sub-discipline of it is machine learning. Under machine learning, you have supervised learning, unsupervised learning, semi-supervised learning, and reinforcement learning. And under machine learning, you have what is called the deep learning, which is nothing more than a neural network with more layers. Now, I just to give 30 seconds of insights without going too deeper, but otherwise people listen this and say, okay, what is all this term? Actually, if you don't want to go into the technical aspect, it's quite simple and straightforward. Supervised learning, it means that it's an application, of course, of ML, machine learning, where you use data which are labeled. So, for example, you give a cat a photo of a cat and a photo of a dog, but and you feed them to the machine. And this algorithm knows that the photo of the cat is a cat because you labeled it as a cat. And the one of the dog, you write, this is a dog. So the data that you give to the algorithm is labeled. So he knows, the machine knows already what it is. Unsupervised learning is instead when you don't give label, you just feed them a lot of data, can be image of dog and cats and other animals, and you don't say to them what it is. The model learn from specific features and they classify in clusters. So, okay, this looks all similar, so must be cat. This looks more similar, so it looks dog. This may be a monkey, this is a snake, whatever. Semi-supervised learning is a combination of the two. So first you train the model with some supervised, which means data label. The data have some labels, some names. And then after that, you increase the learning process with unsupervised. So it's a combination. And the reinforcement learning is when you provide feedback. So the machine do something, for example, a classification, and you as an external, you say, you are wrong or you are correct. And through this positive and negative feedback, the machine learn. Also human learn like this, by the way. When a kid do math and you say, oh, that's wrong, you give a feedback. So you say, okay, this action I should not do. So that is learning. Deep learning is nothing more than similar to this, but it uses a neural network, which I will not describe what it is to not complicate things, but neural network which are deeper, so multiple level. So through that, you can really go closer to deeper level of learning because you go under different classification, different layer. This is just an overview of AI and the subdiscipline of machine learning, deep learning. And nowadays, this, but not only this, are applied to make the processes, whether it is in governance, whether it is in business, whether it is even to our normal life activity, to be more efficient, to be more automatized. And that it is part of what they call digital revolution. So where you are doing things in a certain manner, and now you transform the way of doing things using automatized processes, using data. This data can be used for learning insights from it and taking decisions. It can be used for automatizing processes. It can be used to maybe guide you or guide your decision process. It can be maybe used for learning things, see patterns that maybe even experts could not see. It could be used for reducing cost of production. It can be used to increase connectivity, etc. So there is a large field of application. It's not just AI. Digital revolution is everything related to transforming the way you do things in a new way using the power of technology, including AI. So that I think it's kind of give a good overview of the concepts.
So yes, thank you so much, Dr. Ricardo, for comprehensive explanation on what is artificial intelligence and digital revolution. So as you know, the rise of AI has been a proven watershed moment in the history, with countless humans for and against it, used in the particularly every industry and the use case conceivable. So we would like to know how critical is AI in the digital transformation world?
Well, this is a very good question, very interesting question too. Well, let's say that definitely AI is an essential component of it. It's not first of all, we need to understand AI is based on data. If you don't have data, you cannot use AI. That is a real fuel of it. It's like a car, with gas, and you don't have the gas. So systems, and that is also one of the aspects of criticality. So if you have a large amount of data, and these data are correct, are clean, are unbiased, then they can be used to train models. These models, of course, can be improved, can be made more powerful, but at the end is the concept of having a model more powerful, more complicated, less complicated. By the way, complication not always means better, by the way. But anyway, you have this model and you have data. Now, think about, you can have a wonderful engine. I come from Italy, so I like to talk about Ferrari. Right? Ferrari have a beautiful engine, very good, very fast, very effective. But if you don't give good fuel to it, you actually ruin it, and the car will not perform well. Same concept come to here. If you have good data, large amount of data, then technically you can really use this data to use in a very large array of application. It can be used in government sector to maybe understand better what are the needs of people, to better understand the people, to make a specific prediction on what should be done or what should not be done, etc. So it can help a lot in policy making too. It can be used in healthcare to support doctors in their decision making, to see patterns in specific disease that otherwise it would be harder to find or predict. All these aspects are really critical to digital revolution, to the, let's say, overall development of the public sector, private sector, and also of our life. But at the same time, it bears some criticalities. Because if, for example, you don't train model with a specific pool of data, or if the data that you use are not complete, are not correct, are wrong, or maybe not completely representative of the reality, then what you are doing is pretty much training a model wrong. It's like if you take a kid and you train wrong things, the kid will do wrong things. Same concept. So definitely AI, it's critical. It's critical to the technological development nowadays. But on the other hand, I would put even more attention, rather than just the model or the deep learning or the machine learning application of any kind, the one that we described before, I would focus rather on the data that you use. And this bear a lot of responsibility and important role in the policymakers in creating policy to regulate the usage of it, the collection of it, the transparency of it. So that, I think, is the main criticality of the discussion.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ricardo. Due to time constraint, I would like to end our discussion here today, and we will continue our topic next week. So thank you so much, and see you on the next episode.